Hey, welcome to today's update and preview and showcase of what walked in today and what we got up last night and what we're going to get up tomorrow. All of the above. So we got trading cards, sports stuff, original art, raw comics, CGC keys, Game Muse uniforms, and autographs from Hall of Famers and, goats. We got some goats, not yoga goats. Greatest of all times in sports and in comics and artwork. So let's start with artwork because that's what this whole company starts with. But let me introduce Anthony Connelly. He goes by Connelly here. He's in charge of the sports stuff, and he'll be chiming in with his expertise in the sports department, which is pretty awesome because we got some cool stuff in. And we've been trading for a lot more stuff. We got a source that is bringing us some really cool stuff. And he's into artwork now, and I've been trading him artwork for the sports stuff. So we'll have more of a selection of sports stuff than ever before coming up. So keep in touch with the website on that and our updates. I think by Monday at least we'll have a whole table full of sports stuff to go over with you as well. So the first thing I want to hit on is a first appearance situation where we have the Gray Morrow art to Weird Western Tales number 12, the first appearance of El Diablo. Now, in the movie version is a different kind of guy, but the original version is kind of a Zorro type dude. He's kind of, he's Spanish language. He's the El Diablo sort of. But he's a hero, he's like the Lone Ranger, El Diablo guy. And those are two first appearance pages from Weird Western number 12. Very nice. And supposedly this is Phil Suling, the original creator of the East Coast Comic Cons. And it's a great action page. We have these up for like $1,500 and $1,700. So that's cool. And I'm going through like a top choices for what got put up. This got put up last night. It's a hard to find Dick Dillion splash. It's from a really cool issue of JLA that Neil Adams did the cover for, 139. And I especially like this because you have everybody. You have Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Green Lantern, Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, Aquaman, Flash, and Elongated Man, all on that opening splash. So that's a really cool piece. We're asking $5,000 on that one. There's a nice selection of romance art from DC Romance Art. This is by a guy named Langford. He was English, and he did a really cool style. A style that's way beyond the standards of normal DC romance books. So that's really cool. Like an artist just hit me up for one of these, an artist friend of mine. He really wanted one because he thought it was the coolest romance style he'd ever seen. So this is really nice. This is a Brave and the Bold splash. Now Brave and the Bold is famous for having, a Batman and another hero, a team up. So this was from a Batman, Deadman. It has Sergeant Rock, it has Sherlock Holmes, it has Alfred, and it's these two long panels, which is very unusual for a is this an end page? I believe it is an end page. Yep, it's an end page, and it's signed by Dick Giordano, who is the inker, and the penciler is Eric Estrada. Sort of a rigmarole penciler, but you have a Hall of Fame inker. And asking $1,800 on that one. All you Batman fans out there, especially Art Clues, if you're listening, we have a really nice Detective 484 page by Irv Novak, not Callan. This is by Irv Novak, I believe. And he's just moving and grooving on that page all throughout. Really nice. And we got a nice selection of Master of Kung Fu Shang-Chi pages, 4 or 5 of them, that went up last night. And this one's really cool. I dare, I am Fu Manchu. You know, that's Shang-Chi's dad. So you got some Mike Zeck art. Another Dick Dillion piece that's kind of special. It's like when they changed the Tana's costume. This is kind of the origin of that costume change, and with her dad. And her dad, you know, as you know, if you're a real student of the game, was a Golden Age character, a DC Golden Age character. Now this one I really like. Oh man, I tried to give this to my son, but he's like, oh, I don't have any room for it. I'm like, okay. This is by Gil Kane and Wood, which is just an amazing combination. A very prominent collector bought 2 of these pages. I held this one back, but I'm deciding to part with it. And I'm asking $22.50 on this one, where the knight is fighting the dragon. Now, this is kind of cool. This is a whole story from the Robin Hood comic books. Now this, you know, you don't see these every day. These whole stories like this. This is from like the mid-50s, okay? So all you English fans out there, you people in England that collect comic art, and that Robin Hood is your national hero, like, you know, the Phantom is in Australia, and Batman, Superman, Spider-Man are here. You know, Robin Hood's the national hero of England, so all you UK collectors out there, you know, pay attention here. We got a couple nice whole stories. Now, what I'm going to do is get to what walked in today, okay? That's a new special, new feature of what we got happening here, because I think this is cool. Like this morning, I did a deal for some artwork. This is Swamp Thing Annual. And this is kind of crazy because Batman's choking on some weed, and these people are hippies and growing pot, and they're smoking pot on the page. You know, and there's Swamp Thing saying, hey, who's smoking pot in my swamp? He's going to go get him. And Batman's choking on it like, like he tried to take a puff and didn't like it. So we're going to figure that one out. There's a Rags Morales splash with a big explosion and Batman's in it. Another Irv Novick Batman page. And I used to have a collector that used to collect pages just by sound effects. If there was a big sound effect happening, bam! He'd love that stuff, the inked sound effects. So that's available. We got a Lori Lovelace splash with the Grendel in it, which was really cool. So you got the sexy voodoo chick with all her little appliances, and a couple other layouts by Mike Vosberg, who did a lot of work in the in the day. You know, he's a very respectable artist, and you know, people love his sexy time, Lori Lovelace. Now, the best part of this deal, this is an order actually, so we won't look at that. Oh, this is another adult content comic book page. Like, here's Jose Garcia Lopez from a All-Star Western, and I think that's, I gotta look it up, but I think that is Jonah Hex, maybe before he got disfigured. And he's having fun with the prostitute. That's, you know, and there's actual human relations on that page, which is unusual for comic books. But you got pot smoking, you got, you know, sexual relations with a hooker going on here. I don't know how we got all this kind of stuff in here. Here's a Godlewski splash for the oh man, the title of the book escapes me. Dust to Dust. Alright, but that's cool. And Paul Galassi, alternate Green Lantern. This chick becomes Green Lantern. And another Jose Garcia Lopez, where this Kyle Rayner is artist, and she's a nude model for him. And oh, these are cool. So this is an alternate worlds, Elseworlds sort of page, where it's kind of like Man in the High Castle, where the Nazis won, and we have old Hitler, and here's Adam Strange in there, and the Joker. The Joker is like hooked up with Hitler, and you know, which would make sense as if he was around after Hitler had won the war. He'd probably be in league with the master of evil. And then we have an Alan Bellman, Timely Comics, I Was There, signed by Alan Bellman, of Cap slugging Hitler, so that we get our revenge. So I did this deal today, and I did this deal today. This is cool. It's always a good day when Marvel #1s come in. So we got an Avengers 1 and a Hulk 181 in, 3045. Just got those about an hour ago, and there's some stuff coming afterwards. We're trying to get another 50 books from this collection, so we're looking forward to that. So I got this artwork deal in, this CGC deal in, and my friend Jerry brought me a nickel. So, I figure that completes the day. Plus, well, we've got Raw Comics. We've got a nice run of Captain Americas. We're getting up with the keys, 100, 101, and then there's 117 in here, the first Falcon. We'll be getting those up in the next couple days as well. And we'll pass it to my sports authority, Anthony Connelly.
Hey gang. Alright, what I have here today is some stuff we just picked up in the past week or so. Most of the stuff is not online yet. Just so you're all aware, this will be going up in the next week or so. This is kind of focused towards the greatest of all time players and some interesting facts about sports cards in general. So we'll start up here. So that's Cal Ripken Jr., that's his rookie. Had the longest streak of consecutive played games in Major League Baseball history.
I remember watching that game.
Yeah? But then they sat him out for some rest. Not like he got hurt.
He had to get rest.
And ironically enough, this is his brother, Billy Ripken. So this card is famous and infamous all at the same time. So picture coming back in 1989 and buying a pack of Fleer baseball cards. And your parents seeing what it says on the little bat out there. It's an obscenity.
Oh yeah, it said FU, right?
F face on it, right?
Yeah.
So people scrambled to get this card back in 1989, and Fleer scrambled to get this card corrected. So they had numerous different corrected versions of it. The most common being a little black box. So this is one of the first corrected versions, which they tried to scribble it, but you can still read it through there. Then there's another one that has actual whiteout, and they tried cutting it out. They tried to do everything with it, but it was very, very infamous, and it was very valuable for a very long time. But ever since COVID, the nostalgia for sports cards is at an all-time high, I would say now, especially with the values of this stuff. So now moving over here, this is a Tom Brady rookie card. This is one of the lower level Tom Brady rookies. It's about a $100 card. Obviously the greatest of all time as far as that we've ever seen play, whether we like it or not. And then we move next door.
In the shadow of Giant Stadium, you have to say that?
Yeah,
oh
no,
my
it's
God.
Boston. So then you move over here, and then we move to basketball. So right now, LeBron James, his exquisite rookie just set a record of $1.8 million for one that's 99. And then actually in his Instagram post, he holds up, you mean these? He holds up 2 of them because he collects his own cards. It's great. But this is, again, this is
What's
affordable.
exquisite mean? What's that? Was that the maker?
Highest. That was Upper Deck Exquisite. Upper Deck put out, in LeBron's rookie year, that's how much hype was around that rookie class, especially him.
Oh, especially him.
So they made this product as an ultra high-end product that came out at $500 a pack. Those same packs today are $20,000. It's insane. So this is like an affordable, if any of them are affordable, rookie LeBron James card. It's about $50 to $100. It's not, but anything above that.
Who are the other 2 players with him? Are there other draft choices that year?
Oh, that's a good trivia question. Heinrich had a decent career. The other guy that's on that card.
Oh, Darko Milicic.
Yeah, was a 2nd overall pick who absolutely.
Kurt Heinrich. I liked Kurt Heinrich.
Heinrich was a decent player.
He didn't get. He didn't get the play. He didn't get the. Yeah. But Darko, wow.
He wasn't
storied career. Short. What is he, like a farmer now? He's just bailed.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sean Bradley. Remember Sean Bradley? They tried to put weight on that guy, and he was 7 foot, whatever, and they couldn't put any weight, and he got bounced around.
Well, the Knicks had him for a while, right?
Yeah.
Didn't the Knicks get the rights to him, but he didn't last long with the Knicks?
He didn't last long with anybody, to be honest with you. So this was kind of cool. This is Enshrined Date. This is from Leaf, I think. Yeah, this is a Leaf. Yeah, Enshrined Date. So I pulled this out because we're doing goats. So this has a Wayne Gretzky I'm an Oilers fan, so I actually can't stand this card personally because it has Gretzky, Curry, Larry Robinson, Grant Fuhr, Marcel Dion, Paul Coffey, Luc Robitaille, and Larry Murphy. Of those 8 guys, 5 of them are former Oilers. And it's on an LA Kings card. So, and there's only 25 of the card made, so that's a $100 card that we're gonna have out there. Okay, moving over again to this. So this box is very significant because people don't realize this, and people are now becoming aware that this box can possibly contain the first game-used autograph card of Michael Jordan. So this was the first year in basketball they ever did the game-used jersey cards and the insertion of packs. But the odds to get them were astronomical in a lot of these products. But the Michael Jordan autographed game-used jersey card, out of this, is like a $50,000 card. And just a regular jersey is like an $8,000 to $10,000 card out of this product. So this box we're going, will be up for $1,000. This, we'll move down here, and this is a Greek Freak autographed jersey. Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is
He doesn't look Greek to me.
No, his brother's in the league too. He's the one that's good.
Uh-huh.
He said his brother's in the league as well.
So his parents moved to Greece and gave him a Greek name, and he grew up in Greece, and that's how he came out and to the league from Greece, and that's how he got his nickname.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it's signed and authenticated by JSA. That's a $350 jersey. Then we move up here. This is a Steiner piece. This is obviously, love him or hate him, he is the all-time greatest player I've ever seen play the game. All-time home run champion, RBI champion, and walk champion, actually. Barry Bonds. It's a Steiner certified piece. It has a Bonds hologram and a Steiner hologram along with the cert on the back. This is a $150 piece. Then you move down.
So is that picture from early in his career? Because his head looks normal
I have
size.
to actually see. No, that's not. That's
I remember
actually
seeing him play. I went to a Mets
99
game where they
probably,
were
if I had to
playing the Giants, and we were sitting about the 7th row behind the plate, and his head just looked like
he's
so
he's
big.
enormous.
Just like,
You look at guys.
and that's a
thighs.
side
Him
effect
and
of the
Jeff Bagwell
steroids.
have
right?
like Cam Hawks with thighs. Yeah, I mean I'm sure it has something to do with it, right? But before that, he was still probably one of the best players in Major League Baseball. So when McGwire and Sosa were going through the race, Bonds was getting pissed off, and he's basically saying, hey, listen, I'm a better player than both these guys. If I did that, I'd hit, 70 home runs. And that's exactly what he did. So he started juicing it, and that's what he did. Now this one I love down here because you don't see much of this guy's stuff out. It's Oscar Robertson, the Big O. He played like back with Bill Russell and those guys. So Bill Russell and Oscar Robertson and Jerry West, those guys were the superstars of back in the day. And he gets kind of forgotten about, except for vintage collectors. But he was such a great player that's just very underrated, undervalued. This piece here is about a $100 autograph piece. Then we move back over to baseball. And obviously, talk about a legend in baseball. To me, I think he's one of the top 3 all-time players, bar none. Ted Williams, another Boston guy. I'm sure that Anthony loves that. But so with his autograph in particular, you can literally put a ruler underneath his autograph because it's super symmetrical. So that's one of the ways to tell authenticity. You won't ever see it like angular or anything like that. He had a lot of secretarial signatures as well, and his family started basically selling his autographs later. So there's a lot of his autographs as far as with his family cert out there. This is a vintage autograph, but this is probably done in the early 90s. Great, 18 by 24 piece. Just one of the all-time greats. And you come over here, and you can't leave, can't say GOAT or at least popularity contest without talking about Mickey Mantle. So here's an autographed Mickey Mantle baseball. This was done in the mid-90s at a show. You can tell Mantle has about 17 different variations on his autograph. So his early autographs are very loopy. They look nothing like this, but it says Mickey Mantle. This is the most common style that you'll see out there as far as Mickey Mantle baseballs or autographs are concerned. He's one of the most forged autographs too, as well. So, but this one is 100% genuine. This one will be going up on the website.
And
for
we
$350.
issue our own COAs with these items because we would not, listen, we would not put them up if we didn't think they were good. If we made a mistake and find out, like we decide we didn't like it, we would not put it up.
No.
We are going to only put up stuff that we think is good, and we will write a COA for it.
Yeah.
So,
I used to have a couple stores with about 100,000 autographed pieces, so I'm very good at telling real signatures from fake signatures, and just very well versed over the past 30 years with autographs in general, whether it be celebrity or sports. We're also, just in case Anthony didn't mention, we're also buying a lot of your, sports items, gaming cards, artwork, comic books, video games, any of these types of items. I mean, the higher quality, we pay very strong prices, better than most people. We have a lot of dealers that come to us to sell to us. But, that being said, if you have items you're looking to sell before you try to reach out to anybody else, give us a shot.
that's how we have the items of the day that walked in,
Yeah.
folks. I mean, these walked in, and the artwork walked in, and I got this collection from another local dealer. You're wrangling stuff up from around in the area and coagulating good stuff. And who else has this box? There's one online.
I think there's one on eBay right now.
One?
Series
Yeah,
one.
so, and these Marvel #1s, any day is a good day that you can buy Marvel #1s. I'm especially looking for Marvel #1s right now. And we're right by the airport, as you can hear. So, if you have items to sell or you see something of interest, come on down to Anthony's Comic Book Art in Moonachie or Leonia. That's where we have tons of dollar books and toys and, more fun stuff for you and the kids. So what do we really want to buy? We want to buy Marvel First Editions. We want to buy artwork. We want to buy, sports stuff. We want to buy, runs of good Silver Age. What else? Pokemon. We're having a lot of interest in Pokemon. Now what else? So that's
Good vintage horror movie
yeah.
posters, anything horror related.
Yeah, we got a ton of movie posters in the back. So we're going to do a tour maybe one of these days, but we're going to come to you with these preview update, showcase of what's new and what's exciting here at Anthony's Comic Book Art and Collectibles. So keep calm and keep collecting, and we'll see you here.